It's the #1 seed, the Powell Pioneers, taking on the Gillette Rustlers here in game number 4 of the day at the 2024 Single A State Tournament. Jace Andrews joined to my right by Cody Beers, and we've got a good game coming up. It's the 1 and 4 seed Powell versus Gillette, but considering the games we've seen, a lot of offense is to be expected. We're here live probably a little bit earlier than you're expecting. That is because it's the first, or rather final game of the first day. So, with the home team here, the orange about, the reigning state champions, it's time for the opening ceremonies here for the 2024 Single A State Tournament here in Wyoming. And Cody, I couldn't be more excited for not only this game, but just the rest of this tournament and kind of to see how this all unfolds, considering we've had some very offensively minded games the first 3.
Powell 42-18, Gillette 33-29. We fully expected closer games today, but we've had one 8-run game and two 10-run games. It's been momentum. One team kind of catches the fever a little bit. The other team doesn't respond, and pretty soon they're down 5 or 6 and then down 10. So, big crowd expected in here tonight for the defending state champions taking on Gillette. Anytime you take on Gillette, it doesn't matter if it's Gillette Little League or Gillette C, in this case it's A-ball. It's a big deal for a town like Powell to host Gillette in a state tournament. The last time Powell hosted a state tournament, it was 2020. Right during the height of COVID, we managed to play an entire season. There was huge crowds here in Powell, and people were playing for all the marbles, and it kind of felt like you were playing for a national championship because Wyoming was one of 5 states that played during COVID. And they had a great season, and now Coach Jason Borders and his Powell Pioneers looking to take down Gillette and move one step closer to going back-to-back.
Yeah, that's the goal, and obviously when you're hosting it, it becomes even more of a goal to try and achieve that. So we've got the opening festivities just about to come up here on mylocalradio.com, but appreciate you joining us on this Buckle Up for Life of Wyoming presentation here of the 2024 Single A State Tournament. And I know that for Powell, it's kind of coming in here thinking, okay, we've seen the offensive onslaughts, and we'd like to do the same thing, but you kind of mentioned it in that it was more of one team got hot. We go back to last game between the Evanston Outlaws and Casper. Casper had 6 runs in that second inning. They ended up scoring 13. Half of them, right about half, a little under, was scored in the second inning. Go back a game past that, and you talk about, you look at that game, there was an offensive onslaught in one inning as you go throughout. And so I think that's kind of the one thing that if you're Gillette, you're trying to stop is every one of these games, 2 10-run games and an 8-run game, there's been 1 or 2 innings where you're just like, it all fell apart. And you talk about the Cody game. 5th inning and 6th inning, they had 7 runs. You can avoid that. You're probably going to put yourself in a good spot to at least achieve some sort of positive notion early.
You know, and we tend to make a big deal out of it, Jace, but looking over here at Evanston's team now, they're gathered around playing hacky sack, taking a break. They're ready for opening ceremonies, and you know, it's good to see them being loose. That was a tough loss, but you got to come back. You got to play for your season tomorrow. Evanston will play Sheridan, and it's one of those deals where you want to come out, you want to play well, but if it doesn't do it again, or if it doesn't happen, then you just got to reset. And they're already in the process of resetting for tomorrow, just having good team building over there on the sidelines. Tonight, all the pressure's on Powell. Gillette come in, play their game. There has been no expectation on Powell except to repeat. And there's a lot of expectations in this valley, the Bighorn Basin across the state of Wyoming, that Powell will be the team representing Wyoming in Medford, Oregon next week at the NW Cart Regional Tournament, which I might add is the only regional for A baseball in the country. And it's the states from here to Alaska up through the Northwest have kept that NW Cart going, and it gives these A teams something more to play for. And that's pretty cool. But tonight, first things first, Powell got to take the first step. Gillette wants the first step to win a state title. I mean, that's what it's all about, and we're proud to be here.
Let's give you out here.
New start time for the opening ceremony.
New start time for the opening ceremonies. How about we take a quick break then?
All right, sounds good.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching a Buckle Up for Life Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Single A State Tournament here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
I buckle up because I think about my family and how important it is to know that I'm going to be coming back home to them safely.
My reason for buckling up is that I value safety in my life, and I want to make sure I'm there for years to come for my children.
My reason for buckling up is to get home to my dog.
I buckle up because my wife thinks it's a safe thing to do, and I have 2 beautiful little boys to go home to every night, and I just think it's too important not to get thrown out of a vehicle if you have a rollover accident.
I think about my dad when I buckle up. He lost his best friend from not wearing a seatbelt, so I always make sure to wear my seatbelt so he doesn't lose another best friend.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy is printing out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-9925.
The Powell Pioneers getting set to take on the Gillette Rustlers for game number 4 of day number 1. So far, your victors who are into the winners bracket thus today. Cody winning in the first game, beating Sheridan. And then, Cody, you called the second game there. What happened in that one?
Well, Lovell just jumped all over Torrington. Torrington, one of the hottest teams in the state, but Lovell had it on the field today, banged out 14 hits. Won it by 10.
Speaking of winning it by 10, that's exactly what Casper did, the 1 seed in the East, as they took down Evanston 13-3. That one via the run rule. Powell looking to join them on the winner's side of the bracket, as thus far the only upset of the day has been technically the Lovell. They were 3, Torrance was 2.
Yep.
That was only 1. So thus far what we've seen, Gillette trying to change that, and kind of like what you mentioned, the pressure's all on Powell in this situation. You're the reigning state champs, you're at home, you got 1,000 people here to watch you, the whole town coming out to just enjoy this game and root on their team, and, well, you got to perform for them.
You got 4 guys for the Pioneers that are going on, 2 in baseball, 2 in college football. Probably the most interesting story over the last week in Wyoming American Legion baseball has been the story of Jet Schwann, who was suffered a rattlesnake bite on July 4th while hiking on an off day with his girlfriend right up here on Hart Mountain. And you can see Hart Mountain, if it's sunny, it shows up right here. That's well-known rattlesnake country, and that day Jet Schwann got bit by a rattlesnake. Things started going bad right away for Jet. They got on the phone, they called. A couple hours later, Life Flight came in a helicopter and flew the star player from Powell to the hospital, I believe in Cody, where he received anti-venom. And then he had complications. His leg still is kind of a dark charcoal color where the bite was. Jeez. But he played in last weekend's district tournament. He'll play in this state tournament. He's going to go play quarterback at Rocky Mountain College in Billings. Trey Stenerson, one of the stars on this team, is going to Chadron State to play football. Cade Queen is going to Montana State at Billings to play college baseball. And Brock Johnson, of course, moving on to play college baseball down in Arizona, Central Arizona. And so they've got the talent. They've been together for years. And as the parade's starting to make its way in here down the left field line, yeah, Powell's got some pressure, but you'd want that pressure if you're the defending state champions and you're a group of guys that literally has been playing baseball together since Little League.
Oh, yeah, and I think all season they've been kind of culminating to repeat, and that's what they're trying to do here. And this is step one of that. Obviously, it doesn't end here, but you really want to get off to a good start, and not just winning this game, but you're the 1 seed. You're at home. You want to come out here, and with all the teams watching because of the opening ceremonies, and I guarantee you a lot of these teams are going to stay here and watch this game, you want to say, hey, we're hosting, we're the reigning state champs, and we don't plan on giving up that title anytime soon.
Well, in Borders, he'll bring out Aiden Greenwald tonight, who's his number 4, number 5 starter. Borders is famous for this. They'll try to bring that guy and try to win that way so he can save his best guys from day 2 on. Aiden Greenwald has got a great offense behind him, and so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Powell's going to use a DH. They're the only team today that uses a DH. On the other side, I don't know anything about Carmine Newman, but I'm guessing he's a good pitcher if he plays.
If you're going against Powell, yeah. Not only that, if you're the guy they've chose to go against Powell,
you bet.
Probably a good sign from your coach. You can see the teams all out on the field getting ready here for the opening ceremonies. As soon as we hear the PA announcer start to kind of go on with this spiel, we'll give it out to them. We got the American flag just out of the camera sight on the right-hand side, and obviously we're going to get going here in just a minute with all that. So
yeah, your American Legion vets, you're talking Korean War, Vietnam vets that'll come out carrying the colors. And one of my favorite parts of being the old state chairman was going down there and talking to those guys. You're talking to guys who put it all on the line for their country.
Well, let's talk to the PA announcer right now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the opening night of the 2024 American Legion State A Tournament. We're thrilled to have you here tonight to kick off what promises to be an exciting week of baseball. And now, baseball fans, it's time to meet this year's teams. Casper Drillers. Let's hear it for the Jets from Sheridan. The Torrington Tigers. The Cody Cubs. Let's hear it for the Lovell Mustangs. The Evanston Outlaws. Let's welcome the Gillette Rustlers. And let's hear it for the Pioneers of Powell. Your State A Tournament umpires are Chris Leathers of Wheatland, Randy Sears of Powell, Matt McFate from Laramie, Jacob Kraft from Cody, Cameron Schoening of Riverton, and the umpire in charge is Chris Rhodes from Gillette. And now, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the American Legion Post 26 Honor Guard to present the colors. Please rise. We recognize the efforts and sacrifices of our armed forces and first responders. Thank you for your service. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Powell American Legion President, Heath Worstel, to pray for the tournament.
Thanks, Russ. Prior to our prayer, I would like one young man to come up here and give me a little bit of support. His name's number 13, Jacob Gibson. As he's making his way up here, ladies and gentlemen, this young man not only an outstanding baseball player, but he always maintains a good attitude, and no matter how short of the straw he draws, he never, ever complains. And I look up to this young man. He's a dear, dear friend of mine. If we could all bow our heads for short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we're here in the glory and the honor of your name. We pray that you watch over all of our athletes, friends, families, from close and far away. And last but not least, we want to thank you for looking out at all the turmoil, all the hatred, all the chaos going on around the world and within our nation. You have blessed us to be able to be right here in the greatest place in the world, playing baseball, the great state of Wyoming. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing. At this time, I'd like to introduce Cassie Cox from Powell for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Cassie Cox of Powell. That was beautiful. We'd like to thank for the flyover pilot Mike Martin of MDM Concrete of Powell. If you appreciated not having to pay admission, you have Club Dauntless to thank for that. Give Club Dauntless a big round of applause. Last night's team dinner welcome was provided by Sletton Construction of Wyoming and the Park County Travel Council, promoting Cody Yellowstone as a vacation destination. We'd like to thank the Powell High School dance team for running the concession stand throughout the tournament. Also, just about anyone can be a winner at this tournament because there are raffle tickets available for purchase for some amazing prizes that are up for grabs. And for those looking to commemorate the event, t-shirts and programs are available for purchase at the merchandise table. Before we throw the first pitch, we'd like to welcome Jack Sims, American Legion State Chairman, for a special announcement. Well, we'd like to introduce Powell assistant coach Corey Ostermiller for a few words.
I'm going to try to make this through this. From the moment Coach Jason Borders signed up for T-ball at 5 years old, baseball became a permanent part of his life. There wasn't a summer from that point that he wasn't either playing or coaching the game he loves. Borders has been around Powell Pioneer program for nearly 4 decades. He played for the team in the 80s and had an initial stint as head coach from 1998 to 2001, starting as an assistant for 1 year and then serving as head coach for another 2. After this time, Borders spent many seasons coaching Little League and Babe Ruth baseball. He even spent a couple summers driving 180 miles round trip to Billings every night to coach his son's baseball team. Borders returned to the Pioneers in 2009 as assistant coach for 3 years before becoming the head coach once again for another 3 years until 2015 when he made the transition to coach in Lovell for 6 years. In late 2021, Borders was hired again to be the head coach of the Powell Pioneers baseball program, where he remains today. Jason Borders has coached baseball for 30 plus years, 20 years as an American Legion coach. He has been a part of 3 state championship teams, including the past year, and has touched the lives of hundreds of young baseball players. He has won Coach of the Year and works hard to give his players opportunities to talk to college coaches and move on in the game if they choose. A lot of coaches say they love their players, but Coach Borders shows his affection for them in countless ways. You can find him supporting their various activities throughout the years in other areas of their life. He's present at many of their high school games, graduation parties, weddings, and more. Many past players stay in touch and connect when they are back in the area. He would do anything for his boys, past and present. A big part of Borders' success are the people who stand behind him in support over all these years. His wife Kelly, children Skylar, Haley, Macy, and stepson Zach, along with his mother Luann and sister Mandy. His family has made sacrifices year after year, summer after summer, to fully support him and his teams. Not everyone is born to coach, especially a game as difficult as baseball. Baseball is a game of failure, and it's hard. It can destroy you. But the heart is what makes it great. Coach Jason Borders was born to be a baseball coach, and I am honored to introduce him as a 2024 inductee into the Wyoming American Legion Baseball Hall of Fame.
Boy, that sounds good. Congratulations to American Legion Hall of Famer Jason Borders. Being a coach takes hours and hours of commitment to the team, and we acknowledge the time spent away from the family. We want to thank Jason's family for their sacrifices, and especially thank Jason's wife, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. I can think of no better way than to kick off this tournament into high gear than having Sky Borders, American Legion Hall of Famer Jason Borders' son, to throw out the first pitch to his father.
Get this on replay. Stan.
We're going to call that a strike. Thank you, Sky, and congratulations, Jason Borders, American Legion Hall of Famer. Finally, a reminder to players, fans, and coaches alike, let's all demonstrate good sportsmanship throughout the tournament. Respect the game, the officials, and each other. Let's make this a memorable experience for everyone involved. Players and coaches, please join me in reciting the Code of Sportsmanship. Please repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep the faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Now let's get ready to play ball. The next game of the tournament between the Gillette Rustlers and the Powell Pioneers will begin shortly. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the State A Legion Baseball Tournament.
There you have it, as a Hall of Fame induction will round us out and the opening ceremony here for the 2024 Single A State Tournament, and couldn't be for a better guy.
No, we talked, Jason and I have for years, and he said, the one way to get accolades is to get fired numerous times from your hometown team, and Jason came back. He went to Lovell with Mike Jamison. They've been together for years, off and on, and Jason got to come back home, and now he's hoping to lead his team to a second straight state tournament victory. And he's just a good man. He's a good family man. He does good work for the city of Powell. He's a public employee, and he has a lot of support in this community. So just good stuff all the way around.
Yeah, very good stuff. Let's get to the starting lineups here for both the teams here as we round out day one with the Powell Pioneers taking on the Gillette Rustlers. Let's first start with the visiting Gillette Rustlers in their lineup, as leading off it'll be Kobe Craig, the shortstop, followed by the two-hole Ethan Hickey in the first base position. Carson Schilling, the third baseman, will bat third, and then Carming Newman, the pitcher, will bat in the four slot. Riker Smith, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Dane Warren, the center fielder, will bat in the sixth hole. Drew Wasson, the catcher, will bat in the 18. Will bat in the seventh slot and bear number 18. Batting eighth will be Caden Apodaca. There we go. The second baseman. Batting ninth will be Ethan Lemke, the left fielder.
All right, so Dane Wasson is number 10. And the other one,
batting eighth, number 13, Jacob Gibson.
Ethan Hecker in the number 2 hole.
Hecker.
H-E-C-K-E-R.
Trevion Solberg.
Some of these coaches have doctors writing.
They do.
Let's give it the starting lineup for the Powell Pioneers, as Brock Johnson, the shortstop, will lead us off. Ethan Welch will bat second and play second base. Cade Queen will bat third and play third. In the four slot, cleanup in is Trey Stennerson, the center fielder. The catcher, Jet Schwan, rattlesnake victim, batting fifth. Designated hitter Dalton Warston will bat in the sixth slot. Cole Folsky, the left fielder, will bat in the seventh slot. The first baseman, the 8-hole Jacob Gibson, and then Trevion Solberg, the right fielder, will bat in the 9th slot. Batting first is going to be the Gillette Rustlers. We'll go through the defensive alignment here for the Powell Pioneers. At first base, it is going to be none other than Jacob Gibson. Second base, Ethan Welch. Third base, Cade Queen. The shortstop, Brock Johnson. The outfield from left to right, Cole Foskey, Trey Stennerson, and Trevion Solberg. And the battery tonight, Jet Swan catching for Aiden Greenerwald. And you mentioned it, Greenerwald, obviously probably not the first guy you think of when you think of Powell Pioneers pitching, but it's the kind of strategy here. You kind of want to go out here, and if you can win with this, you set up your pitching perfectly for the rest of the weekend.
Well, and Powell's got the offense and the defense that gives Greenwald plenty of opportunity here to have a great day.
Kobe Kobe Craig will step up. He'll be the leadoff batter against Aiden Greenerwald here in the first game for either squad in the 2024 Single A State Tournament. All presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Winner again gains a game tomorrow night in prime time, right here at 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
And you know, if you're the home team, you're the Pioneers, you want to keep that prime time to the hosting squad. Umpires, after the opening ceremonies, back out on the field. Looks like one of them has some bug spray and a jacket just in case that's needed, which the way the sky looks, he may need both or neither. We don't know. There we go. Get out there. It's prime time. Powell Pioneers, Gillette Rustlers. Aiden Greenerwald on the mound, pitching to Kobe Craig. Wind howling coming in from center field toward left field. And Greenerwald on the mound from the windup. He starts off the host team's day with a ball, 1-0. Kobe Craig, the shortstop today. And he check swings that ball into the foul territory on the left side. Goes out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike now.
Cade Queen giving chase over there. Of course, Cade Queen has been starting since he was 14 years old on this team.
1-1. Doesn't go across with the check swing as he barely flexed the muscles, but he does take a strike, 1-2. Wind again kind of rustling through here. The 1-2 pitch rustles just above the strike zone.
As wind has switched directions, now it's coming straight out of the northwest.
2-2. Strike 3 call. Fastball finds the outer half. And there's 1 gone here in the top of the first on the strikeout.
Next up for the Gillette Rustlers, number 16,
Ethan
Hecker.
Hecker will be up here. Red bat, gray gloves as the Rustlers come in wearing all white with red numbers and some black lining on the shoulders. Hecker watches the first pitch strike by Greenerwald. Powell Pioneers with the white pants, the orange jerseys, Powell across the chest in black. 0-1 in the other batter's box, bounces up there, a good snag by Schwann on the backhand. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Jace Andrews alongside Cody Beers bringing you the action for game 4 today. Fastball doesn't find the zone. 1 ball, or rather 2 balls and 1 strike now. Greenerwald working quickly. That one on the ground. Shortstop Johnson puts the glove down. Fires to first in time for out number 2. Quickly 2 gone for Greenerwald.
Boy, and it's nice having a backstop like Jet Schwann. I know Powell very thankful that the senior's back. He's had a tough year. Been in and out of the lineup, but he's here at State.
That's what matters. That's what matters. And he'd like to be in Oregon in a week or so.
He would.
First pitch now to the 3 slot is a strike. It's Carson Schilling, the third baseman. Tell you what, Powell would like nothing more than a 1-2-3 inning. 0-1. Up high there, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty packed house here. Host team playing, you kind of expect it. 1 ball and 1 strike. The windup pitch. Chop foul. And hey, the Gillette coach makes a play over there.
Gillette, longtime coach Sam Stearns. He's assisted by Charlie McDonald. On the other side, we've been talking a lot about Jason Borders, but Corey Ostermiller, the assistant.
Great pitch there. Does not get the strike call, though. Count will go to 2 as we got 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Greenwald, the pitch. Great breaking ball, but drops a little low. Count run full now. Schilling looking to be the first base runner to reach for the Rustlers. He'll stay alive with that foul ball. Hall of Famer will come out and get the ball for him.
No job too big for a Hall of Famer. Of course, we're talking about Jason Borders.
3-2 once again. Fastball up high. Greenwald wanted a 1-2-3 inning, does not get it. Now there's a runner at first with still 2 gone.
Now batting number 19, Carmine Newman.
Carmine Newman, the pitcher. Looking to help himself out here. He's got the blue bat. First pitch. Fastball, strike called. Nice one, catches the outer part. We've seen that be a trend throughout the first 3 games of outside fastball being a very key pitch for pitchers. Greenwald to check on the runner, 0-1. Big hack, but he swings over top of a breaking curveball. Count goes to 0-2 now.
Thing you got to remember about these bats, Jace, $400 or $500 a piece.
0-2. Just outside. Telling you, he's trying to find that outside part and where the line is. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carson Schilling off first base. He walked just moments ago to be the first base runner. Cut and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the top of the first for Aiden Greenwald. And 4 come to the plate. 3 are set down. We go to the bottom of the first. What can the host team do? We'll come back. Brock Johnson will lead us off. Cody Beers to my left. I'm Jay Sanders. You're watching the 2024 Single A State Tournament here, presented by Buckle Up for Wyoming.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uinta County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
To the bottom of the first inning we go here. The Powell Pioneers looking to get off on a good note here. Brock Johnson will lead us off, followed by Ethan Welch and Cade Queen to follow. Defensive alignment for the Gillette Rustlers. Hecker will be at first. Apatica at second. Craig at short. Schilling at third. As Johnson has the first pitch, and he bounces it to the third baseman. Schilling past his outstretched glove, and it's a single for Brock Johnson. He'll try and go for second. The throw gets past him. He thinks about third, but he stays put. No one was covering second. And immediately it's a single and then advancing to second on the throw. Potentially a double there to lead us off for Brock Johnson.
It's great heads-up base running by Brock Johnson. Saw that there wasn't anybody near. He took it. That's what you expect out of your senior leader.
Outfield from left to right, Lemke, Lawson, and Smith. And the battery today, it's Newman, caught by Drew Orson. Newman looks in as Ethan Welch is at the plate. First pitch swinging, lines it foul. 0-1.
Boy, Welch was all over that pitch. A little anxious. Of course, Brock Johnson going to Arizona to pitch. And you might see Brock in some of his last at-bats ever in this tournament.
0-1. Stays low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ethan Welch, the second baseman today, looking to put Powell out in front with a base hit. Johnson's speed and the way he runs the bases, you know he's going to try it. Newman will check the runner. Johnson will come home with the pitch. Curveball finds the zone for strike number 2.
Well, that's a nice curveball by Newman. And kind of locked up Welch.
Cade Queen behind him on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Welch. Johnson off second base. Powell looking to strike first. Newman check on the runner. Comes home from the stretch. Just outside there with a fastball. Count will be even up at 2. 5 pitches thus far for Newman on his 2 batters. Newman takes his sweet time looking in, now looks back at the runner. Won the stretch again. Cut and a miss. He gets the strikeout on Ethan Welch and gets his first out here in the bottom of the first.
Now up for the Powell Pioneers, number 25, Cade Queen.
Cade Queen, the third baseman, will step up.
You know one of the benefits of hosting state? Walk-up music.
One out in the inning now after the strikeout. Brock Johnson still standing off second base. Queen will wait for the first pitch. And they got him picked off. Throw it to third. It bounces. He is out. Newman picks him off. Brock Johnson, nobody behind him at second, but got a little too far off and took off.
Well, Kason Schilling made a heck of a play over there at third. Newman bounced the ball, short hop. Schilling managed to get his glove on it and lay down the tag. Got Brock Johnson. Great play.
Now Cade Queen at the plate, still with an 0-0 count, but nobody on. First pitch fastball finds the outer part. That's something you usually don't see from Brock Johnson, is a little bit too aggressive that time. 0-1. Just doesn't find the zone there. It actually does with a strike. Breaking ball that catches the bottom part, according to a home plate umpire.
You said Brock Johnson was going to go, so I lay that one on you.
I did. I spilled the tea. 0-2. Lifted into deep center field, but not deep enough, as Wasson, Dane Wasson to be exact, will catch that. And although it was a leadoff single/double, whatever you want to call it, they go in order. 1, 2, 3. We head to the top of the second inning as coming back out is Greenwald. We'll be right back as you're watching the 2024 Single A State Tournament presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
At Uintah County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is Southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Zeros on the board in the first for both sides. See what the second brings us. Jay Sanders alongside Cody Beers, and it's Riker Smith to lead us off here in the top of the second inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 up to bat here for the Rustlers. Greenwald back out on the mound. And from the windup, a first pitch ball in the dirt. 1-0. Last inning, 2 strikeouts, a ground out. 1 runner did reach on a walk. He was stranded there.
Guys, I got a Dairy Queen on wheels over there. Don't forget about it.
And that's off the glove of the third baseman. He keeps it in front of him. Johnson barehands it, but not enough time. A very athletic play over there by Queen to even get a glove on that scalded baseball. But
Gillette, number 10,
unable to make the play. It's an infield single. And now you've got a runner at first for Wayne Watson.
Where Smith hit that ball hard. Great try by the man, Cade Queen.
Greenwald, the stretch, just low. Look to maybe put out a bunt there. He pulled back late. Watson, the center fielder today. His brother, I believe, is at home plate as the catcher. Pickoff attempt slides back in safely over there to Smith. One and oh. He looks to bunt and misses the bunt, so strike one. 1-1. Wind calmed down just a tad, still very much a factor, but not as howling as it was moments ago. I say that it could heat up at any second. 1-1. Foul tipped at the plate. 1-2.
It's dark enough out here that lights have been on since the first pitch, and they're starting to help out. It's been a real gloomy day, but it has been a cool day, which is very welcome to this crew.
I was about to say, I'll take it. That's strike three called. Fastball, outer half. It's the third strikeout of the day for Greenwald, and the first out of the second.
Next up, number 18, Drew Wasson.
Greenwald's got a sneaky little slider. He's had some success painting that outside corner.
Dane Watson gives way to Drew Watson now. Breaking ball does not find the zone as it kind of drops and slides to the left. Goes out to the left-handed batter's box. 1-0. Foul tipped into the netting. 1-1. Riker Smith still standing off first base after that leadoff single as he put a charge into a ball on the ground and was able to have it nick off the glove of Cade Queen, and he was reaching first easily. 1-1. Up high for ball two. If you're the Rustlers, you know that you come in here as kind of everything not really on you. You're not expected to win this game, so pressure's on Powell. Outside, 3-1. Watson, the catcher, trying to help out his team and continue to put pressure on the base paths. And he has a ball hit him, and he'll take first base on a ball four, slash hit by pitch, whatever you want to call it. And now it's Caden Apodaca. Apodaca, the second baseman today. And he's got runners off first and second. The Rustlers threatening here in the top of the second. For the Rustlers, everything you can do to get the momentum on your side early is great. Greenwald throws a fastball in there for strike one. Corner infielders just off the grass. First baseman Gibson's actually on the grass. Apodaca has the knees buckle. He doesn't swing because it's a ball. 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Two runners on. And not able to find the zone on that one as it's 2-1. Two balls and one strike. Check on the runner, the pitch. On the ground, Taylor made. Johnson throws to second for one. It gets past the second baseman, Welch. Run will come in to score, and it's an E6 on that one. Welch couldn't get into the glove, maybe an errant throw. And that could have been a tailor-made double play to end the inning. Instead, it's an error and a run comes across to score. The Rustlers lead 1-0.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there, but the ball got away from Brock Johnson. 14, just lost it. You wonder if he should have underhanded the ball there to second.
And he looks to bunt, gets it down. Greenwald off the mound. He's got to fire off his bunt, and it gets past the second baseman. One run will come across to score. The throw to second. Johnson has to leap in the air to grab it, and it's 2-0 Rustlers. With runners at second and third.
Boy, back-to-back errors by Powell. That one going to go on Greenwald. This is where you pull everybody in and you have one of those
heart-to-hearts.
come to Powell meetings.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the offense is definitely going to be okay, but not what you wanted as a host team to be down 2-0 here in your first game.
See, Drew Wasson scored, right?
Yep. Thus far, it's Riker Smith and Drew Watson who scored. Apodaca's off third. Lemke, who just reached on the error, is at second now. And you flip the lineup over to Kobe Craig. Craig, his first time up, struck out.
Notice the kind of the murmurs through the crowd. So total surprise.
Well, now you got to hone in because there's 2 more runs out there right now on a base hit could score him. Fastball doesn't find the zone. 1-0. Greenwald's pitch. Also low, 2-0. Already somebody warming out there in the Powell bullpen. Looks like it's Jordan Laura. A line drive right back up the middle. That's going to score at least 1. They are going to wave him home. The throw coming in. Slide. He's safe. Throw to second. He's also safe. A 2 RBI single advancing to second on the throw. And the Rustlers shocking the state of Wyoming right now 4-0.
Definitely shocking Powell, Wyoming.
I tell you what, this was an absolute rope right back up the middle. And the throw home just late there. But because it went home, it allowed the runner, Kobe Craig, to advance to second.
That was the run before that we just showed on the replay.
Now backing up here, Ethan Hecker. He grounded out his first time. Four to nothing. 2-0.
It's a long game. That's all I can say.
Oh, it is, but
not the start the Pioneers envisioned.
Outside 3-0. You know, the one thing that can spark an upset, hope.
Yeah.
Right now, Rustlers got a lot of hope on that left side of the dugout. There's a strike on the 3-0. Kobe Craig at second base could be the 5th run of the inning. That's inside, ball 4, and I think that's going to be it for Greenwald as Laura looks like he's ready to go. That is the time, and Greenwald, his day is done. You can see his frustration, obviously not what he wanted, not what he expected, and now it's up to Jordan Laura to kind of clean up the mess from here. You're down 4-0. You got runners off first and second, and you've only got 1 out here in the top of the second. We'll come back, though, as we'll take a quick break. You're watching here the 2024 Single A State Tournament of Wyoming presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelos has all your auto needs as well, from fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelos also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelos is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road. Covelos Auto Farm Service.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in one appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Jordan Laura on the mound, runners at first and second. First pitch, strike call to the batter, Carson Schilling. Schilling was the lone base runner in the first inning. He walked. Now here, Laura trying to clean up the mess. Down 4-0, runners off first and second. 0-1. Breaking ball inside, almost got him.
I thought it hit him.
1 ball and 1 strike. Now, a couple weeks ago, not the district tournament, but back in the Green River tournament about early June or early July, Laura put on a really good effort there. And we'll see what he can do today, as that one is a ball inside, 2-1. And this is always the risk you take when you go out there and you don't throw your best pitcher in night one, or really at that point even your second best, some would say. 2 balls and 1 strike. Laura looks in, checks on that runner. The pitch, runner goes. The throw down to third. The tag is going to be there way in time. He's out. Throw to second. Almost got a double play on a stolen bag. Out number 2 is recorded on the caught stealing.
I do not understand that unless it was a hit and run. Do not understand that call at all.
Hecker goes to second. 3-1 the count to Carson Schilling. I mean, heck, a ball here, and you think he would have the bases loaded either way. He cuts through it. 3-2. And that's a big momentum shifter, too, especially if you get a strikeout on here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4 runs in the inning. Laura trying to damage control here. Just outside, ball 4. And that's when you question the steal even more. Now it's the 9th batter, Carmine Newman. Pitcher trying to help himself out. Struck out in the first. Breaking ball finds the zone. That was a lovely looking curveball there.
Just lovely.
0-1, Laura checks on that runner. Fastball goes away. Count will go to 1-1 here, 2 outs. Runners off first and second. Potential would have been bases loaded, 1 out, but the caught stealing took that out. 1-1. Sky high into left field. Brock Johnson going, but it's the left fielder who has to reach behind. Foskey makes the play. 4 runs come across, but Laura comes in and nicely works around the runners on first and second with 1 out, without allowing any more damage to come across. And now Powell, well, they've got a task at hand, down by 4. You're watching the 2024 Single A State Tournament here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Our community. We love it, we live it, we support it. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their participation in sports. You're champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong, successful financial habits. You got this. We're here for you. Trona Valley, member NCUA, TronaValley.com.
I buckle up because I think about my family and how important it is to know that I'm going to be coming back home to them safely.
My reason for buckling up is that I value safety in my life, and I want to make sure I'm there for years to come for my children.
My reason for buckling up is to get home to my dog.
I buckle up because my wife thinks it's a safe thing to do, and I have 2 beautiful little boys to go home to every night, and I just think it's too important not to get thrown out of a vehicle if you have a rollover accident.
I think about my dad when I buckle up. He lost his best friend from not wearing a seatbelt, so I always make sure to wear my seatbelt so he doesn't lose another best friend.
Four runs come across in the top of the second inning, and now it's Trey Stennerson to lead off Powell's bottom of the second. Looking for offense, he takes a strike there. 4, 5, 6, Stennerson, Schwann, and Worstel, your batters in the inning. Looking to put something across here, down by 4 right now. Pitch, a cut and a miss as strike number 2. Maybe foul tipped it, but it sounds like he may have just gone right through it off the glove of the catcher there.
Book closes on Aiden Greenwald. Went 1 1/3, gave up 1 hit, 3 runs. All 3 were earned on those 2 errors, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts.
That's ripped into left center field. Going back is the right and the left and center fielder. It's going to hit the base of the wall in between Lemke and Watson, and it's a double to lead off the bottom of the second. Just what the doctor ordered for Powell there.
After the Stennerson double, now up the catcher, number 2, Jet Schwann.
Now it's Jet Schwann, the catcher, to step in.
Longest hit ball of today. It actually hit the wall out there in the air.
Yeah.
Did I walk on you or something?
No, not at all. He was just smiling, man. Well, you know Elon loves baseball. Come on.
All right.
I heard it's overtaking rodeo as his favorite sport.
It is. Pole bending.
That's a ball. Jet Schwann looking to hopefully push across the first run for Powell.
I know.
1-0. There's a strike. Fastball catch the outer part. 1-1. Stennerson off second. Had Brock Johnson at second base to lead off the top of the first, or rather bottom of the first, and unable to push him across. Now here, trying to not do the same. Schwann takes the strike. Schwann. Looks like he doesn't really agree with the call, but either way, that's what it is. 1-2. Check on that runner. And the pitch. Foul tipped, he stays alive. One and 2. Check on the runner. And again, staying alive is Schwann as he fouls the fastball low and away. One and 2. All right, second. Newman again. Comes with the pitch. On the ground, shortstop Craig. He bobbles it momentarily, and that's going to cost a base hit. Throw to third, slide back, Stennerson safe. Almost got a little too far off, but it's a base hit, or rather an E6. Hard hit ball. Shortstop Craig couldn't corral it.
Next up for the Pioneers, number 6, Dalton Worstel.
Stennerson almost got a little greedy coming around third.
Dalton Worstel, the designated hitter. Runners on the corners. Down by 4 here in the bottom of the second. Runner takes off. They are going to pump fake it, and runner easily taking second base. Smart choice now. Smart choice there, and now you got runners at second and third.
Yeah, if you're Gillette, get an out wherever you can.
1-0. Newman comes set the pitch. Swings through that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one. The pitch. That's a base all the way to the second baseman. Apodaca gets the out, but 1 run does come across to score, so that's 4-1 now.
For the Pioneers, number 14, Cole Foskey.
RBI ground out for Wurstel. Got the ball on the right side. That's what you want to do.
Cole Foskey will now step up the left fielder. Runner off third is Jet Schwan. Could cut the lead to just 2 runs if he can get him across. 1 out here in the inning. Foskey chops it to the third baseman, past him. Schilling unable to get there in time. It's a single for Cole Foskey and an RBI single at that to make it 4-2.
Next up for the Pioneers, number 13, Jacob
Boy, and just like that,
Gibson.
Foskey steps up, hits it right through the left side. That was about a play ago when Stenerson almost got thrown out at third following that Jet Schwan hit.
Jacob Gibson will now step in. He's got a runner at first in Foskey. He's the tying run. Throw back, slide in safe. And he watches it there. 1 ball and no strikes. Foskey a slight lead at first. Pickoff attempt nonetheless as he slides back in safe. Deep breath from the hip. The pitch. Inside, 2-0. Outside 3-0 now. Gibson just trying to keep the line moving. Trevion Solberg is standing on deck, the right fielder. Tying run is Gibson, though, at the plate.
Well, you want to get out of it right now if you're Gillette. Don't want to go back to the top of the order with runners on base.
Inside, ball 4.
Next up for the Pioneers, number 19, Trevion Solberg.
That's a replay there that gets right past as Foskey with that run-scoring single. Scored Jet Schwan from third and finding the holes. That's what you want to do on offense.
Trevion Solberg, right fielder. Runners at first and second. Just doesn't find the zone with the fastball.
And Brock Johnson waiting on deck. That'd put a little fear in the heart of any pitcher.
One and 0. Check swing, and he says he went across, I believe. Maybe he just called the strike?
No, it was a strike. He
called a strike.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Newman checking on the runner at second, the pitch. Breaking ball, doesn't find it. 2-1. One out in the inning. Runners at first and second. Check on him, the pitch. That's low. 3-1. All of a sudden, you're a ball away from having the bases loaded and Brock Johnson up. Not what you want for Gillette. Got to find the strike zone here. 3-1 for Newman. Takes a deep breath at the hip. Checks the runner. Comes home. Ball 4. Bases are loaded and time is called. We'll see if a change is made here. Ball still in the hands of Newman at this time. Could just be one of those calming situations. Johnson had a scalded single into left field that he turned into 2 bags by running to second after no one was covering. Long mound meeting here as Brock Johnson is at the plate with the bases loaded and at that Green River tournament in the beginning of July. Well, he had a grand slam in that one. Obviously a little bit smaller of a field, but I don't doubt he can put a charge into a ball. 1 out. Runner at every base for Powell, down by 2. Newman shakes off the first sign. Accepts the second. Deep breath of the pitch. Inside.
I was reading about this team, and all 4 of these seniors that are going on to play college ball have to leave town as soon as the postseason's over.
1-0.
So they're packing their bags even though they're at home.
Swing into right field, shallow right field at that, and it's the second baseman, Apodaca, to make the catch. And that is a deep breath from the Rustlers there as they're able to get Brock Johnson, and now it's up to Ethan Welch.
I didn't see an infield fly call, but looked pretty routine to me.
Welch struck out in the first. Now here in the second, a base hit could tie this game up at 4. Newman's pitch. Big swing as Welch goes right over top of it. 0-1. Two runs in, 3 runs on the base pass. 0-1. Outside, it's going to be 1-1. Foskey at third, Gibson at second, Solberg at first. Jet Schwan and Trey Stinnerson already have come home in the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cade Queen stands on deck. He would be the 9th batter to hit this inning. Newman with a long look in, the 1-1 pitch coming home now. Strike, 1-2.
Boy, then Powell fans didn't like that call. Of course, everybody knows the best view to be a good umpire is sitting up in the stands.
1-2. Newman looking to get out of the jam. And Welch flies it foul. Early on that one as it goes into deep foul territory on the left side out of play. The pitch. Inside, 2. 1-2. Solberg at first, Gibson at second, Foskey at third. Welch again stays alive for the moment. Foul ball on the right side. It'll go out of play. And we'll go to the 1-2 once again.
Ended up right in somebody's hot dog down there.
And got some mound meeting here between Watson, Drew Watson is, and Newman trying to discuss what to do here with this 1-2 count. Welch fouling off the past 2 pitches. You've got a runner at every base, and you're really trying to keep the damage at 2. That way you keep your lead at 2. Keep your lead at all. Newman looking for a big pitch here. The 1-2 once again. Strike 3 called. Ethan Welch goes down looking, and the bases are left loaded. To the third we go. Gillette 4, Powell 2. Steps the second. You're watching the Single A State Tournament here, as this is presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Riker Smith, Dane Watson, Drew Watson, your 3 batters up here, as it's going to be 5, 6, 7 here in the 3rd inning, and Jordan Laura back out on the mound after coming in for relief of Greenwald. Laura got the final 2 outs of the 2nd and throws the first pitch strike here on the top of the 3rd.
That's a nice breaking pitch.
A lovely one.
Sweet.
0-1. Fastball doesn't find the zone. A little inside there, 1-1. 11 pitches here for Laura.
Riker Smith scored the first run of the game for Gillette.
Yeah, he led off last inning. Cuts to the fastball there, 1-2. We've seen Laura be dominant before. 1-2. Looper into shallow center field. Johnson dives. He's unable to get it. And the center fielder, Centerson, will come on. And a looping single is how we start off the 3rd.
Next up for Gillette, number
Call
10,
that the old
Dane
C&I
Watson.
single.
Did you lose one?
Just hitting the favorite spot. It's got to be
Bless
Utah
you.
humor. Utah humor.
Runner at first.
Kansas humor. Oklahoma humor.
I don't know where you got Kansas from all of a sudden. Bunt is a strike. That came out of nowhere. 0-1.
I don't even know where you're from. It's like you step out of a phone booth and you're back in Wyoming.
Yeah, that does happen. Big state. Pick off. A nice catch over there at first by Gibson.
Quiet night here at the ballpark.
Fouled off 0-2. I think it might get a bit louder if Powell was in front.
Well, I think the fans were a little in shock by what happened. That 4-run 2nd inning by Gillette. Gillette 4 runs on 2 hits, and there was a couple errors on Powell.
0-2. Up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Laura. Dane Watson, the center fielder, the first of the Watson brothers. Drew up next. One, 2. Breaking ball. Just misses the zone. Man, I thought he had it.
I think everybody in here thought he had it.
2-2.
Only counts for one guy, though.
It does. No matter how many umpires you have in the stands, they will never overrule the one behind home plate. Almost hits the batter on that pitch, and now the count goes full.
That was a pitch of frustration there. Just got to forget about the last pitch and throw it.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Lifted, deep right field. Moving back is Solberg. He puts the glove up, he makes the catch, and they have him doubled up. The throwback to first. He's got plenty of time. The ball's loose. They've got to toss it. It's in time. Good grief, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, but It's a double play. Solberg with a great grab, and then rule the putout. 9-3-1, the double play.
He would have been out because he did not go back and retouch second base. He just cut across the field, and yeah. Solberg, what a great play. Wish we had a replay of that. Sorry.
Yeah, they need to install that. Strike 1. I heard they left the Jumbotron in Cody.
At least at the Travel Lodge. Expect that to be fixed by tomorrow.
There's strike 2. All of a sudden, the amazing defensive effort has reinvigorated everybody in the crowd. Laura's pitch. That's a pop-up. Shallow right field. Solberg makes the catch. Good grief. Right pass was the sliding Welch, and maybe the craziest way you'll see, they go 1-2-3 in the top of the third. We go to the bottom half here. Will Powell come back to tie this game up? Or maybe even take the lead? We'll find out with you here. You're watching on MyLocalRadio.com. Solberg makes the by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming of the 2024 Single A State Tournament.
Do you want to further your education? Are you thinking of attending college? You can start now here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach provides students with a low-cost alternative to leaving town. Western offers a variety of degrees including nursing, BAS, and our brand new cybersecurity. Also offering a variety of certificate programs that can be completed all right here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach, we are your local community college.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Welcome back here to Powell, Wyoming. 4-2 your score. Gillette on top of the Pioneers.
Start counting up plays, Jace, that have hurt Gillette. That was a tough base running error there by the kid from Gillette at first base, just overran second. You need to go 3/4 of the way to second and then just stop at second, and you're there without an out.
Cade Queen will lead us off here. Each inning they've had a guy at second base to lead him off. Can Queen match that here as he takes a first pitch strike?
Absolute great baseball player right here, Cade Queen. High IQ.
He takes a big hack and fouls it off.
Well, he wanted that one. He wanted to take out that motorhome out there behind the 315 sign.
0-2. From the hip. On the ground to the shortstop, Craig. Has it cleanly, goes to first. Queen's speed almost beats it out, but a nice throw from Kobe Craig gets outnumbered one.
Number 20, Trey Stinnerson.
Stinnerson, who doubled off the wall and scored his first time up.
First time that the first batter has recorded an out for Powell today in the third. Trey Stinnerson doubled after that wall ball. Fouls that straight back into the netting. Here in the third, Powell down by 2 after the second inning is where we saw most of the runs, all the runs. 4 for Powell, or excuse me, Gillette, 2 for Powell. And a big hack at a high fastball there from Stinnerson for strike number 2.
Okay, you're the pitcher, and he just swung at that. Where do you throw this next pitch?
Even higher.
6 inches higher.
0-2. Will he do it? He goes down and he has a bouncer foul. Deep breath from Newman. Long look. The 0-2. Swung and a miss. Another strikeout there for Newman, his third, and now it's going to be Jet Schwan with 2 gone.
That's a big strikeout. We talked about this before the inning, Elin and I, and man, the gauntlet you have to walk in this Powell lineup. And they're 2/3 of the way through it.
Well, he's not walking him, he's getting him out.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Jet Schwan.
Talking Gillette's got to walk through the gauntlet of Powell. And they've got
I know what you
2/3 of
meant.
it out here. Thanks.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. That's just outside. 1-0. Listen, if I come out of a phone booth, I got to do something else.
You don't even know what a phone booth is. You're way too young.
1-0. 2-0.
You guys should go over to Cody. A friend of mine over there's got
You're right
a
here.
phone booth sitting out in his house, right in his front yard. You can step in and see what it's like.
Does
to
it
be
actually
in a
work?
Phone booth. No.
2-0. Outside, 3-0.
Phone book used to be this thick way back in
Phone
the
book.
day.
I thought we were talking about phone booth.
Now it's that thick. That's because nobody has a landline anymore.
3-0. In the dirt, 4-pitch walk to Jet Swan, and a 2-out base runner.
Last time Schwan
Next
got
up
on
for the
first, he stole
Pioneers,
second on
number
the first
6,
pitch.
Dalton Worstel.
Dalton Wostall. Schwan off first, tying run at the plate now. And Worstel. First pitch, right back up the middle. It's going to bounce off second. Schwan goes a little too far past second. Hey, take it where you can get it, and he stays put. First and second.
You could see that coming when it left his bat.
Number 14,
It was going to
Cole
bounce
Foskey.
off his. And what you got to do on that is you got to charge it. Got to charge it.
Yeah, I mean, right as it passed the mound, you knew what was going to happen. And you saw it just immediately bounce off the bag if we had the right one. It's all right.
You're good. You're good, Elin.
We had Cody describing it pretty well, so that makes up for it.
You've got to field the ball in front of the bag. You just can't let it go through.
Mm-hmm. Especially with 1 out, you just need 1. Or you needing 1 out, you have 2 outs. So Worstel gets awarded the single there.
So there's a hole out there. You think he drops that for an eagle? You think the ball was hit soft enough it falls in the hole at second base?
There's a hole.
Playing golf
1-0.
here.
Goes foul. Oh, you're saying if it was. Right as it passed the mound, you
Oh, here
knew
we
what was
go.
going to happen.
Same play.
And you saw it just immediately
Yeah, why is
bounce
the
off the
run
bag
cone
if we had the right
That's
one.
the Jet Schwan single through the left side.
Where'd that come from? 1-1. It's okay. We tried.
Probably a restart will probably take care of it.
Can we restart,
Don't
Cody?
do that. I need to be restarted.
1-1. In the dirt. 2-1. I think Powell might like to restart this game.
Probably take care of it.
Can we restart, Cody?
Do that single. I need to be restarted.
1-1. In the dirt. Another one if he gets a base hit here. Still on the mound is Newman. That finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on.
Powell with 2 runs and 2 errors.
Gillette trailing by Gillette. I messed it up. Powell trailing by 2. 2-2 from Newman. Foskey at the plate. Deep breath. Check on the runner. Comes home. Runner goes. Cut and a miss and a big strikeout from Newman. Gillette retains their 2-run advantage as they strand 2 Pioneers, 1 at first, 1 at second. The 4th inning to come after a break here.
Deep
You're
breath.
watching
Check
the
on the runner.
2024 Single A state
Runner
tournament
goes.
here.
Cut
in
and a miss
Powell,
and a
Wyoming,
big
presented
strikeout
by
from
Buckle
Newman.
Up for Life, Wyoming. Gillette retains their...
At Blacks Fork Dental, we're not just a dental office, we're a family. We believe in inspiring lasting smiles, and that means welcoming patients of all ages. From the littlest smiles to the wisest grins, our team is here to provide gentle and caring dental care for your entire family. Our warm and friendly atmosphere will make you and your kids feel right at home, ensuring every visit is a positive one. At our office, we use the latest technology to provide top-notch care for your family's dental needs, from x-rays to crowns, clear correct to implants, or even dentures. Blacks Fork Dental, where advanced technology meets compassionate care. Join our dental family today by scheduling at blacksforkdental.com.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Welcome back here to Powell, Wyoming. Cody Bierski at the plate. I'm Jace Andrews. Powell,
Deep breath.
the host team in the field right now as they're down by 2. The reigning state champs facing Gillette. And Gillette looking to add to this 2-run lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Jordan Laura trying to keep it at just a 2-run deficit.
Bighorn Basin team's looking to go 3-0 in this state tournament, but right now Powell trailing by 2 runs.
Caden Apodaca, Ethan Lemke, and Kobe Craig will be your 3 batters, 8-9-1. Laura has a fastball that finds the zone for strike 1. Game 4 here today. Powell trying to advance to the winner's bracket. 0-1. Looks to bunt, pulls back. He does stay, though, out up front of the plate. Long enough, 0-2, as they've never been able to pull it back. Instead, pulled his feet back. 0-2, Laura from the windup. Strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out.
Number 14, Ethan Lemke.
Boy, we've been here all day. Good afternoon, good night.
Let's say good night to you. Lemke.
Man, he's deucing it out here.
That's the last time I'll see you for a while. I got to do all I can to battle this off.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow and Monday and
Wait,
Tuesday
you're coming?
and Wednesday.
Chopper, third baseman, Queen has it, throws, not in time, it bounces over the head. Now he's going to go for second. The right fielder, Solberg, he tries to growl it, and he doesn't get it, and the error is going to cost 2 bags. Queen had a bounce off his glove.
Now up for the Rustlers, number 11, Kobe Craig.
Goes an error on Queen.
And now you have the top of the order and Kobe Craig back up. Single and a strikeout today. One out. Check on that runner. In the dirt. One ball, no strikes, one out. Runners at second. Here for Gillette. High pop up, it'll go out of play behind us. And maybe into a car. One ball, one strike, one out.
That error was Powell's third of the ball game.
1-1. Outside 2-1. Laura trying to find the strike zone here. One out in the inning after he struck out Caden Abadak to lead off this top of the fourth. And that's lifted high and deep into left field. Foskey, though, a couple steps to his left and back and squeezes the glove for out number 2.
Next up for Gillette, number 16, Ethan Hecker.
Ethan Hecker will step up, walk, and a ground out today. 0 for 1. Umpires get back to their positions. Strike called. Riddle me this. They have the umpires at third and second with a right-handed batter and a guy at second base. Guy gets out. Now they move to first and second. What's the difference? Popped up. Foul territory behind home plate. Schwann makes the catch, and out number 3 is recorded. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Powell still down by 2 and looking for some offense here when we come back. You're watching the 2024 Single A State Tournament here presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7's services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
When you want all the amenities, a wonderful restaurant, and clean, comfortable rooms in Evanston, stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Whether you're in town for high school sports, on a business trip, or traveling with the whole family, book your stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. It's a 5-star experience from the time you check in until you say goodbye till next time. The Best Western Dunmar Inn, supporting students and families in all their activities. Make your reservations today.
Welcome back here to Powell. As Powell at the plate, Jacob Gibson, 8-9-1. First pitch fastball, doesn't find the zone. 1-0. Jay Sanders alongside Cody Beers here for the final game of day 1 of this 2024 Single A State Tournament.
57 pitches for Carmine Newman so far.
Just outside 2-0. Officially halfway through this one. Yeah, we are. There's a strike, 2-1. Newman still working quickly. Fastball strike. Two balls, two strikes. Newman a deep breath. Comes to the plate. Chopped to the third baseman, Schilling. Has it on 2 hops, throws to first in time for out number 1.
Up now for the Pioneers, number 19, Trevion Solberg.
Trevion Solberg, who walked in the second, back up to the dish here.
Go ahead, Solberg. Easily the defensive play of the game. Running in right field, back over his right shoulder, catches a runner, and then they double off the Gillette runner who'd ran past second.
1 out. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Oh and 1. Fouls it off. 0 and 2. Brock Johnson stands on deck. He will bat in this inning. He'd like to do it with a runner on. Newman would like to have him with nobody on. 0 and 2 to Solberg. Inside 1 and 2. Newman, deep breath from the hip, 1-2. Solberg swings through it for strike number 3.
Now up for the Pioneers.
5th strikeout of the day for Newman.
Johnson.
And Brock Johnson will step to the dish. Singled in the first, popped out in the second.
Newman has settled down considerably since that second inning. Doing a nice job out there for the Rustlers.
There's a strike. 0 and 1. Johnson trying to get a 2-out rally started here. And he'll have a base hit to the right side to try and start something here. Runner on, his second base hit of the game.
Now up for Powell, number 1, Ethan Welch.
Johnson just looking for his pitch. Waits on it, goes through the right side for his second hit of the ball game, and Powell looking to get something going here with 2 outs.
2 outs here. Welch at the plate, back-to-back strikeouts for him this game. Stays high there, 1-0. Gillette looking to keep that 2-run advantage here and head into the 5th.
Look for Johnson stealing on this pitch.
1-0. Johnson stays put, and it's a ball outside. Now time called by the catcher, Drew Watson, as he'll go talk to his pitcher, Newman. Carmine now at 69 pitches, so starting to get up there. And Welch with a very hitters-friendly count here. Probably going to see a fastball with Brock Johnson at first. And he will lace that into shallow center field. Coming on as Watson dives. He made the catch.
Wow.
Puts it all on the line and makes the grab. And wow, oh wow, as you see this, it is something else. Just a little laced line drive and a diving play made by Dane Watson, possibly saving a run and for sure ending the 4th. We go to the 5th. Powell still down by 2. When we come back, it'll be Gillette trying to increase their advantage. We are here in Powell, Wyoming for the 2024 Single A State Tournament here on My Local Radio, presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
I buckle up because I think about my family and how important it is to know that I'm going to be coming back home to them safely.
My reason for buckling up is that I value safety in my life and I want to make sure I'm there for years to come for my children.
My reason for buckling up is to get home to my dog.
I buckle up because my wife thinks it's a safe thing to do, and I have two beautiful little boys to go home to every night, and I just think it's too important not to get thrown out of a vehicle if you have a rollover accident.
I think about my dad when I buckle up. He lost his best friend from not wearing a seatbelt, so I always make sure to wear my seatbelt so he doesn't lose another best friend.
Welcome back here. 0-1 count here in the top of the fifth. And a chopper to Brock Johnson at short. Has the glove down and gets it to first in time for out number one. That sets down the three-hole Carson Schilling as Carmine Newman and Riker Smith will follow the 4-5 hitters here in the top of the fifth.
Next up for Gillette.
Powell's left 6 runners on
Carmine
base
Newman.
in this game. Gillette with 4. And there's your difference. 2-run lead for Gillette.
Carmine has an 0 for 2 day and has a big hack at the fastball up in the zone. And we have some movement in the Gillette bullpen as two guys go out to start warming up. Check swing doesn't go across. 1-1. Foul tips that into the mitt, 1-2. Laura from the windup. That's laced into left field, coming on and not making the catch. Foskey goes in and out of his glove. It's a single, potentially maybe an error over there in left field. Error on Foskey as he ran in and just couldn't find the mitt.
Error number 4 on Powell.
Number 20, Riker Smith.
Riker Smith, 2 singles today. Came around to score back in the second. There's a strike. 0-1. Oh, and 2. Line drive right to the first baseman, steps on first. That's a double play, and that ends the top of the fifth. Rope, but right to him. And a nice play made over there at first by Gibson here. As just look at this. I mean, he was in perfect position. And Laurel just was in shock as well, as the easiest double play you will see on a diamond. Bottom of the fifth, Powell still down by 2, looking to push across at least 1. We'll come right back here in Powell, Wyoming. You're watching the 2024 Single A State Tournament presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
I buckle up because I think about my family and how important it is to know that I'm going to be coming back home to them safely.
My reason for buckling up is that I value safety in my life and I want to make sure I'm there for years to come for my children.
My reason for buckling up is to get home to my dog.
I buckle up because my wife thinks it's a safe thing to do, and I have two beautiful little boys to go home to every night, and I just think it's too important not to get thrown out of a vehicle if you have a rollover accident.
I think about my dad when I buckle up. He lost his best friend from not wearing a seatbelt, so I always make sure to wear my seatbelt so he doesn't lose another best friend.
2-0 the count here to Cade Queen as Powell tries to dig into this deficit down by 2, and they've got the perfect up there to do it. 3-4-5. 2-0 on Queen. Low, 3-0. And you can hear the Powell faithful starting to get rowdy, including that dugout.
Getting a little restless, I think.
Yeah.
Wants something to happen.
3-0 for Cade Queen. Ball 4 or not.
We called a strike. Wow.
I thought he was pointing to first.
Got to vocalize your calls if you're an umpire. Leads to embarrassment like that.
3-1. And lifted as it goes into the left center field gap. An absolute rope that goes all the way to the wall. And Cade Queen starts off the bottom of the 5th with some fireworks. A leadoff double.
That Queen thought he walked. Steps back in and he just drills that thing through the gap in left center. Stand-up double for the senior. He got all that one.
Trey Stinnerson, the center fielder, doubled back in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. He's the tying run. Newman still on the mound. And he has that pitch go outside, and now we'll have a meeting.
That's a called strike.
Oh, and 1.
Looked outside. I agree.
Newman, after the talk with his catcher. Has a fastball run inside, 1-1. Bottom of the 5th. Powell down by 2. Deep breath from Newman. Look at the runner. Now he'll come home. There's a strike. 1-2.
Powell fans did not like that call at all. Looked pretty good.
One and 2. Fouled straight back. Staying alive here as he tries to push Powell at least to a tie game, maybe into a lead. He's the tying run. He's trying to keep the line moving. After the leadoff double here, 1-2. Newman, long look in. Bit of a slow worker Newman has been. Check on that runner. Now comes home. That's a line drive, base hit into left field. They're going to send Cade Queen. The throw all the way, and it's going to be at. Umpire falls down. And a run comes home to score. There was no play, so it didn't matter, but the umpire fell down, and it's 4-3. RBI single for Trey Stinnerson, and there's now just a 1-run lead, as that'll cause a mound visit.
Boy,
Saw
this
here.
Hit solid by Stinnerson. Just a hard hit single into center field. Umpire came up the line and then fell over the catcher's mask going backwards as Cade Queen comes in standing up. So could happen to anyone. 4-3 ball game. Can you guys say jackets in July?
We're in Wyoming.
Might
Is
be
that really a
snowing here in
surprise?
10 more minutes.
Is that a surprise either?
You know, it's part of the magic of living here is people move here and they see weather like this and they're like, I'm going back to Utah or Kansas, Oklahoma.
What part of Kansas do you even think I'm from?
You know, if I had to guess, I would say Topeka. State
number 2.
You're kind of a state capital type guy.
Topeka. I have merely driven through that once. I don't even live in that state. Never lived in that state.
I know, but you know, it's fun to make up stuff. It's fun.
Jet Swan at the plate. Reached on an error and walked in his 2 plate appearances. Runner off first, taking off. Pulling back is the bunter, Jet Swan, and it's a stolen bag for Trey Stinnerson. Tying run, now 180 feet away.
People get really defensive when you say they're from Kansas.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
know
who
what
wants-
it is. Yellow brick roads or what? You jealous?
I don't know.
or what?
Dorothy wasn't there when I went. That'd have made it a lot better. 1-0.
Powell rallying here, no outs.
Schwann could tie this game up with 1 base hit. Nobody out here. Newman's still on the mound, by the way. They did not make a change. Check on that runner. Bounces away. Going to third is Stinnerson. 90 feet away is the tying run. 2-0 count.
81 pitches now for Newman. He worked his way through the gauntlet the last time, that 3-4-5 hitters, and not having as much luck this time around.
2-0. Newman shakes off the first sign. Deep breath comes home. In the dirt, 3-0. Dalton Wurstel, the designated hitter, is up next. Four to 3 to score. Tying run 90 feet away. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball right on the pipe. And Jet Schwann wouldn't have swung at that ball.
Well, I'll tell you, if you had a lead, that's when you turn Jet Schwann loose on that pitch.
3-1. Base hit left side, that'll tie it. Jet Schwann comes through to tie it up, 4-4.
Double, 2 singles, we're tied.
Both to the left side, and Jet Schwann puts a charge into it to tie this game up and send Stinnerson home.
Well, Schwann teed that up really well. Sam Stern's going to come out. We got a pitch and change. We'll take a break.
We're tied up at 4. We'll come right back here at the Single A State Tournament as you're watching a Buckle Up for Life of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Single A State Championship here on mylocalradio.com.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Garters Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse of what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Welcome back here as we've got a pitching change. As it's going to be a new pitcher on the mound. Kobe Craig comes from shortstop as he'll be on the bump here in a 4-4 tie game as Powell, once down 4-0, cut it to 4-2, now has cut it to 4-4 and trying to take the lead here over at the Gillette Rustlers. Over at first, it's going to be Kaysen Wood, and coming out of the game is Lemke, the left fielder. So Wood will take Lemke's spot in the lineup, which is due up 4th next inning.
Now for the Pioneers, number 6, Dalton Worstel.
Dalton Worstel will come up. Runner off first. Fastball outside. One-0. Kobe Craig. Fouls it off at the plate is Worstel. Kobe Craig trying to keep this game tied here in the bottom of the 5th. Because if not, this Gillette Rustlers all of a sudden becomes 6 outs away from loss number 1. Pulls back the bunt there and watches a ball for 2-1 here.
Or to see some of the blankets coming out.
Two-1. Has the bunt out. Pick-off attempt on Schwann. He's back in. Two and one. And he kind of flings the bunt out there and fouls it off. 2-2. Nobody out here in the inning.
They used to call that slash, and it's not allowed anymore. You square the bunt, and then you pull it back and hit it as guys are running at you.
No one's getting the ball.
He was choked up about a foot on that bat when he swung the bat.
2-2. Here comes the pitch. On the ground, first baseman goes to first. There's out number 1, throw to second. Has to be a tag, and in there safely is Schwann, so they get the one out. But it's relatively just a sacrifice at that point.
Next up for the Pioneers, number 14, Cole Foskey.
That's just the first out of the inning as Cole Foskey will step up.
Yeah, Gillette needed an out there. Already 2 across on 3 hits for Powell here in the bottom of the 5th.
Go ahead run at second base. Kobe Craig on the mound. Fires a fastball for a strike. Oh, 1. to Foskey. Foskey has a chopper past the third baseman. Goes past the glove of Schilling. Racing home is Schwinn. He's going to be safe. The throw to second gets away. Foskey takes off for third. He's going to be in there safe without a throw. 5-4 Powell. Schwann home and Foskey at third.
We'll look at the replay here. As coming home was Jet Schwann. They'll throw towards second. Ball gets past the second baseman, and Foskey makes his way to third. Only one out.
3 runs in.
Next up for the Pioneers, number 13, Jacob Gibson.
One out. And now that's up high. Jacob Gibson with a base hit could give Powell a 2-run advantage. That's low, 2-0.
Everything going the Pioneers' way. Temperature dropping, wind blowing, Powell getting hot.
Up high, 3-0. (3-1). After that, 3-0 pitch finds the zone, and more work going to the bullpen here for the Rustlers. Outside, ball 4.
Next up for Powell, number 19, Trevion Solberg.
It's an interesting game. Things can go your way all night long, and then in about 10 minutes, the tailspin starts.
Trevion Solberg at the plate, Brock Johnson on deck, runners at first and third, and 3 runs in here in the bottom of the 5th. Check on the run of the pitch. Foul through the right side.
Now the raindrops starting to fall.
0-1. Runners off, and they're just going to try it. They throw it away. The run comes home to score. That was the plan all along, and now there's a 2-run lead, and the throw gets away from the first baseman.
Get the replay on that. Just taking off towards second. Jacob Gibson. They end up throwing it away on the rundown and coming home to score Cole Foskey.
Trevion Solberg now a base hit could make this a 7-4 game. That's low, 1-1. Brock Johnson will stand on deck right now, and man, he's probably gonna have to face him now.
4 runs on 4 hits for Powell here in the bottom of the 5th.
Outside, 2-1. Two and 1. Fouled off, 2-2.
Dylan Moore warming up in the pen for Gillette Rustlers.
Swing and a miss from Solberg. He goes down swinging.
Next up for the Pioneers, number 15, Brock Johnson.
Brock Johnson now up.
Johnson 2 for 3 in this game.
Breaking pitch. Stays low, 1-0. Johnson today, 2 for 3, both singles. The pitch is a strike called. One and one to Johnson. Slider away, 2-1. Check on that runner. Comes home. Outside. 3-1. Three and one. 2 outs. Johnson at the plate. Runner at second. Johnson swings, popped, foul territory into left field, and it'll go out of play. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. With Jacob Gibson off second and Brock Johnson at the plate. 4 runs in the inning, a 6-4 lead for Powell. 6 unanswered for the Pioneers. Brock Johnson trying to make that 7 or more. 3-2. Inside, ball 4. Brock Johnson walks.
Now up for the Pioneers.
Now the 9th batter of the inning. Ethan Welch will step up. He is 0 for 3 on the day. Couple of strikeouts and a flyout. Base hit here could help him out a lot in multiple ways. Get him his first hit of the night, his first hit of the state tournament, and score an extra run for Powell to increase the lead to 3. Extra breathing room. And that's ripped foul down the third base line.
We got most of that one.
Cut on and fouled off. 0-2. Oh, and 2. On the ground, third baseman Schilling stabs it and steps on third for out number 3. But 4 runs come home, and Powell leads Gillette 6-4 as we go now to the top of the 6th. We'll come right back here. You're watching a 2024 Single A State Tournament presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous national forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Gardeners Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse at what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Welcome back here to Powell, Wyoming on what has turned into a very windy night. And for Powell, hopefully a winning night. They're up 6-4 now after being originally down 4-0. Cut it to 4-2. Now with another 4 unanswered, it's 6-4.
Yeah, 4 runs on 4 hits. Now they've got 6 runs on 8 hits. 2 errors on Gillette, and they've left 8 runners on base.
Dane Watson, Drew Watson, and Caden Apodaca will be the batters. And the pitch is a strike. 0-1. There's a strike, 0-2. And for Laura here, you have the lead. Attack, attack, attack. You're 6 out away. Outs. 0-2. Up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2. Cut and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout to start the top of the 6.
Up for the Rustlers, number 18, Drew Watson.
Drew Watson 0 for 2. Actually 0 for 1 in this game.
Foul. Or not foul, it's ball there. One-0. Fastball finds the zone. One and 1. 1 out. The pitch. And that's a strike. 1 and 2. From the windup. Just outside, 2 and 2. Laura looking for a second strikeout of the inning, and well, importance just getting the second out of the inning would be big. Right now, you're 5 outs away from victory number 1 of 5 needed to go back to back. Nubber to the first baseman Gibson. He'll take it himself for out number 2.
Up for the Rustlers, number 12, Caden Apodaca.
Caden Apodaca will step up. He is today 0 for 2. Reached on an error and struck out. Laura trying to make it go 0 for 3 here and send us to the bottom of the 6th. Likes the first sign. Comes home. And a lace into right field going on, and not being able to get there is the right fielder Solberg. As it kind of dropped quicker than expected, that wind may have cut it down. And he got a runner on first now with 2 outs.
only the 4th hit of the day by this Gillette squad, but they've been in control until that last inning.
Now we're going to see Kason Wood for the first time. He took over after the pitching change as he takes over for Ethan Lemke, who was playing left field, but Wood is playing first base as he takes the ball. Laura's second pitch, just about outside, 2-0. Two and oh, pick off. Sliding back in safe is the runner Watson, or excuse me, Apodaca. There's a strike, 2-1.
Near air there by the young spectator.
Two and one, runner off first. Laura's pitch, low, 3-1. Technically the tying run is at the plate. And if he were to get on, it flipped the order back to Kobe Craig. 3-1. Got the first 2 outs on a strikeout and a ground out. This is fouled back, 3-2. After that, it was the single by Apodaca, and now here with the 3-2 count to what is the 9-hole, Kason Wood in his first debut of the game after coming on in an offensive replacement. Runner goes just outside. Oh, they can't believe it. See if they may switch him for pitch count here. They're going to take the ball from him, it sounds like. Yeah, they're going to go to Cade Queen. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change, so we'll come back and give you the updates on what exactly goes on here, as it's a 6-4 ball game, and Powell taking up the big guns now to try and clinch this first victory. You're watching the 2024 Single A State Tournament as it's presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming here on mylocalradio.com.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Welcome back here to Powell, Wyoming, as Cade Queen will take the ball and try and what is effectively get a save. 4-out save for Cade Queen is what he's expected to do here. You're up by 2. You got runners at first and second. Laura will go to second. Welch will go to third. Rest of the defensive alignment will stay the same.
Now up for Gillette, number 11, Kobe Craig.
Kobe Craig, who is now the pitcher, steps into the batter's box. 2 outs here. Queen could very easily end this inning on 1 pitch. Watches that runner at second. Comes home. Fastball in the zone for strike 1.
He's bringing the heat.
The heat, nothing but the heat. 0-1. Queen watches that runner at second. Fires home again. This time bounces up there. A nice block. Runner got way far off first, but Queen kind of stumbled. Don't know if he would have saw him anyway. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike. Check on that runner. The pitch. Fastball again. Strike 2. 1-2.
Schwann calls timeout. Got to get some signs. Got a little crisscrossed on that one, I think.
1-2 here in the top of the 6th. Powell up by 2 runs right now. Looking to keep it that way. Cade Queen coming on relief, looking for a 4-out save. Check on the runner. The pitch. In the dirt. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Strike 3 called. Cade Queen gets the K. And to the bottom of the 6th we go. 6-4 Powell. We'll be right back here in the 2024 Single A State Tournament presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uinta County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome back here to Powell, Wyoming, as it's going to be Cade Queen, Trace Stinnerson, and Jet Schwann to have this bottom of the 6th inning. And looks like they're going to face a new pitcher on the mound, as it's going to be Hecker, Ethan Hecker. He was the original first baseman, then went to short, now on the mound. Looks like Kobe Craig goes back to short, so just a straight switch on that one. He'll face what y'all would call the gauntlet here with Cade Queen, Trace Stinnerson, and Jet Schwann.
Boy, and it was huge that last time out as Powell started it off with Queen. He doubled, Stinnerson singled, Schwann singled, all 3 of them scored. Powell in driver's seat here, bottom of the 6th. You wouldn't be hearing this music if Gillette was ahead, I can tell you that.
See what Cade Queen can do here to lead us off here in the bottom of the 6th. Powell up by 2 and 3 outs away from a victory either way. Like to be 3 outs from a victory with a little bit of extra insurance. First pitch strike there from Hecker with the red arm sleeve on his right arm. 1. Breaking pitch up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. He'll lift it into right center field. It dies with the wind, and it becomes a base hit. Man, that ball just died in the wind and dropped straight down for a single.
Number 20, Trey Stennerson.
Queen now 2 for 4, doubling a single. And can you say Groundhog Day? We're right back where we started the last inning. Is this music? Is that music? Walk-up music? I don't know.
6-4 your score. Runner off first for Powell, trying to increase their lead. Stennerson at the plate. He's 2 for 3 and has a ball up at his eyes. Fouled off. 1-1. That sounded like an 0-0. May have hit a car.
It might have. It's amazing the glee that some fans get from seeing baseballs go through windshields.
Maybe it was yours.
No, I'm parked over here about a half mile away.
1-1 in the dirt.
Too many windshields broken through the years. Don't want to pay that fee anymore. Deductible's gotten incredibly high.
2-1. Pick off. Back in safely is Cade Queen. Stennerson waits for the pitch, the 2-1. Line into left field, dropping fast, it's a base hit. In front of the left fielder, and you got runners at first and second. Nobody out still.
Stennerson now 3 for 4 on the day. Pair of runs, a double, 2 singles. Like I said, Pioneers gauntlet.
Jet Schwan. He singled in the tying run last time up. Now, with runners at first and second, nobody out here, he could help increase this lead. He looks to bunt and watches the breaking ball away. Want to know. Looks to bunt again, pulls back, watches for ball number 2. Hecker trying to find the strike zone all of a sudden. Schwan has that go over his head.
A few contrails right above Jet's head on that one.
That's a strike, 3-1. Just catches the zone. And that's lifted into deep left field, carrying back, going, it's off the wall. Rounding third is Queen. Stennerson stays at second, and Jet Schwan may have just hit the longest single in American Legion history.
Oh, that was a bold statement, but it was a nice single.
Like that one?
Oh, sure, why not?
I know you did.
It is the Powell Pioneers. history making a run at the second straight state title.
7-4 the score.
Now up for Powell, number 7, Jordan Laura.
Now Jordan Laura will take over as the DH was burned when he went into the field, and he'll have his first AB here.
Laura potentially going to be the winning pitcher. Coming on in relief.
Looks to bunt, gets it foul.
Seven hits in the last 2 innings for this Pioneer squad. Now I can venture to say the pressure's off. They're just having fun.
Really? 7-4. Looks to bunt again, this time gets it down. They're gonna go to first with it, and an easy play, but a great sacrifice bunt from Jordan Laura.
Now up for the Pioneers, number 14, Cole Foskey.
Now it's Cole Foskey. 2 for 3 today, a double and a single.
He's had a night.
Infield comes in on the infield grass, as they don't want this to get any further than just the 3 runs. Potential for a 5-run lead with a base hit here. An inside pitch makes it 1-0.
Notice the matureness of this Pioneer squad. There's not anything about wearing it coming out of the dugout on this team.
1-0. Up high. 2-0. I don't know if that's matureness or just knowing that everybody on their team has a really good bat.
Yeah.
I'd rather them go get a double than get hit by a pitch.
And they need every guy on this team.
2-0. Ball 3. Hecker was really looking for a strike, didn't get the call.
Hecker out there spitting, licking his hand, doing everything he can right on the rubber.
There's a strike, 3-1. Jacob Gibson stands on deck. He's walked twice today. And an 0 for 1 effort. One more ball and he'd have the bases loaded for him. Big hack from Foskey. Tried to send that into the next stratosphere. 3-2. On the ground, through the hole on the left side. 1 run across. Schwann right behind him. It's a 2 RBI single. Powell up, 9-4. Foskey comes through once again. 3rd hit of the game. Add a couple RBI to the total as well. Another meeting, and that's going to be it for Hecker, as 9-4 is where he will get out of there, and we'll have another pitcher come in, as we'll have the updates on all the switches when we come back. 9-4, Powell on top. We'll be right back here on the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Single A State Tournament here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
At Uintah County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Welcome back here to Powell, Wyoming. We were getting there. I wanted to let the suspense stay in here. It's 9-4. Welcome back. Jay Sanders alongside Cody Beers. New pitcher on the mound, Dylan Moore, as he'll take over for Ethan Hecker. And he'll face Jacob Gibson with a runner at first, and already 3 runs into the inning.
Well, and the old experienced guys have come through in this last inning. 6 for 6 for Cade Queen, Trey Stenderson, Jet Schwan.
Next up for Powell.
They've
That'll
scored
do.
6 runs on 6 hits, those 3 guys alone.
That'll do. Yeah, I got you. 9-4 the score. Jacob Gibson at the plate, and he watches the ball outside, or rather in the strike zone for strike 1, 0-1. 1 out here in the inning at the runner on first base in Cole Foskey. He's having a 3 for 4 day. I mentioned earlier Gibson is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. And now Moore looking in the pitch. Breaking pitch outside with it, 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Either way you slice it, Powell's 3 outs away from victory number 1. 1 out here. Looks in. Moore's pitch. Foul tipped off the face mask of the catcher there. And the umpire is going to give him a second as he'll go walk the ball out to the pitcher Moore.
About the only suspense left, Jace, is who's going to pitch the 7th for Powell.
Yeah.
We see Brock Johnson, the ace, come in and shut the door.
I think maybe if it was closer, they might have, but
you don't want to
now.
run Cade Queen above 20 pitches because you're probably going to need him tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Well, he's loaded.
1 and 2.
Haven't had to pitch your big 3 tonight.
Breaking pitch that, I mean, that's 12-6. It was just 12-6 in the sky. 2 and 2. Two and 2. Pop straight up. Home run in a silo. It's foul territory here, and it goes into the dugout.
Yeah, the wind carried that thing right into the hole. You guys were talking about these dugouts. They're old-fashioned dugouts. They're deep. There's 4 steps down inside these dugouts. Nobody wants to sit down there. You literally cannot even see field level when you're sitting on the bench in the bottom.
Old-timey dugouts for sure.
Another 10 feet, you'd hit water.
We're in Wyoming. You've got a lot more feet to hit water. 2 and 2.
Okay, Kansan.
Even in Kansas, you got to go far to hit water.
You do.
Line drive into right center field. Coming on as the right fielder dives. It gets under his glove. It's a single, but because it was kind of a looper, Foskey had to kind of go back and forth as he'll just advance to second.
Number 19, Trevion
Solberg will step up. 9-4 the score.
Foskey running around out there like he was rabbit hunting or something. Yeah.
Solberg here. Watches the ball outside.
Solberg in this game 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
1-0 here. Moore, check on the runner. Goes home. And fouled into the dugout almost. Goodness. Yeah, that scared him. Bounced off the fence. Everybody's okay, but goodness.
Shelter thinking about taking flight on us.
Cut and a miss. 1 and 2. Fouled off again, right toward the dugout. A couple of kids got scared that time.
Looks like Cade Queen's going to come back out. He's got a jacket on that right arm, so he'll be looking for the save. Actually, it's not even a save situation anymore.
Technically, it still is because he started with it was. I know it's dumb, but it still counts.
All right.
Fastball, strike 3. Delayed call, but it's a strikeout nonetheless, and there's 2 gone. And brings up Brock Johnson.
Ball, number 15, Brock Johnson.
And now Brock Johnson here looking to potentially break it open a little more. 9-4 your score. Runner at first and second. That's a looper that doesn't find the zone. 1-0. Two outs, the check on the run of the pitch. And there's a strike. 1-1. Two outs here. Brock Johnson trying to extend this inning a little longer as they've already had 3 runs in and have a 9-4 advantage. Look at the runner, Moore. Now looking probably to come home. Long stare at second, time called. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen for a while.
Well, it's hard to stop your motion toward home on a late timeout call like that one.
9-4. Check on that run of the pitch. Outside, 2-1. Brock Johnson walked his last time up, singled in his previous time before that. That was in the 4th and 5th, so his 3rd at bat in as many innings. Two 1. Fastball stays high, 3-1. Ethan Welch is 0 for 4 on the day, so you may see just ball 4 here to Brock Johnson. Trying it to Welch, and for Welch, it's, take advantage of it. That's outside, ball 4. And now Ethan, the 9-hole, or not the 9-hole, the 9th hitter to bat in this inning.
For the Pioneers, number 1, Ethan Welch.
And Ethan Welch here, you kind of think about it. Last inning, Cade Queen started off. He was the second. He had a double to lead off. Then it went all the way back to Welch, who grounded out to end the inning. He ended the inning in the 4th on a flyout. He ended the inning in the 2nd on a strikeout. He guaranteed does not want to end the inning this time. He wants to get something going for his team. Runner at every base. And it goes over top of him. That's going to at least get 1 run in, as racing home is going to be Foskey. Make it 10-4. That was way over top of that batter there.
Looking up in the crowd now, not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Somebody had a laser pointer going or something up there.
I don't know. Welch fouls it off. 1-1.
Most thankless job at a ballpark, chasing down foul balls.
Isn't that your job?
Kids don't do it anymore.
1 ball, 1 strike. Up high, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And you're looking at about $8 a baseball.
Yeah. That's expensive now. 2-1. Runner at 2nd and 3rd. 10-4 your score. Welch on the ground as it's going to be foul. Wow. Welch would have sent 2 home. Man. 2-2. That was inches.
Most disappointed person on the field there, Jason Borders.
2-2. He swings through it and strikes out. It's his fourth strikeout of the game. It's his third strikeout of the game. We go now to the top of the seventh. 3 outs needed to secure the victory, and what we're thinking is probably going to be Cade Queen. 10-4 the score. You're watching the 2024 Single A State Tournament here on MyLocalRadio.com, presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
At Uintah County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Final 3 outs required, and Cade Queen looking to record, yes, you're hearing it right, a save. Why, you ask? Because he came on when it was 6-4, so technically this is still the save. I know it sounds weird, even though it's 10-4 now, but either way, 3 outs and you get the victory, and I think that trumps any stat line, whatever. It doesn't matter, you get the win. That's what matters more.
8 unanswered runs for Powell, and boy, they've made it
all
happen.
10. It was 4 and then 2.
Yeah, you're right. 10 straight. Been a long day.
It has been. We got one tomorrow too.
We do.
I hear you're doing the first game by yourself. That's inside.
That'll work. Starts at noon, right?
Sure. 1-0. Foul tipped. 1-1. Ethan Hecker is the batter. Didn't he come out?
I believe he did.
Well, he's back in. He bounces it to the shortstop, and it boots off of Johnson's glove.
Boy, and if there is a low of tonight's game for Powell, it's the errors.
That, yeah.
5 errors.
What you want to see
with 3.
Gee. Double play in order, though, for Carson Schilling. Walked twice, grounded out once. Cade Queen would love to see a ground out again. Fastball in there for strike 1. It's 2, 3, and 4 that are scheduled to bat this inning. 2 holes on first base, though. 0-1. That's going to be 0-1, or now 1-1.
We'll get underway tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. with Sheridan and Evanston in a loser-out game. And then Torrington and Gillette at 1 o'clock, based on what happens here in the final 3 outs.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1, or rather strike 2, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Queen. Fouled off. Count remains 1-2.
Winners bracket games tomorrow, Cody and Casper at 4 o'clock. And then if this one holds up, it'll be Lovell and Powell. The old rivals meet.
1-2. That's skied into right field. Solberg can't get there.
What great hustle by Solberg. Lays it out, ends up dragging his body through the gravel. Made some plays tonight. The play of the game in the outfield defensively. Ran down that long fly ball on the warning track.
One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Queen. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. And out number 1 in the 7th.
Next time for Gillette, number 19, Carmine Newman.
And now it's the pitcher, Carmine Newman.
14 pitches now for Cade Queen.
Fastball, a swinging strike. Oh, 1. Queen, the pitch. Other swinging strike, 0-2. Oh, 2. Up high, 1-2.
Nothing fancy from Queen, it's just heat.
That's all he wants to throw. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner off first. Pitch to Newman. Just inside. Wanted the call. 2-2. Runner off first. Line drive right back to Queen. Throw to first. Game over. 10-4. Powell victorious on the line drive. Double play right back to Cade Queen.
And that's the ball game. Our final score.
Powell, the reigning state champion, starts off their host with a victory over Gillette, and will play once again in the 7 o'clock game tomorrow. We'll come back with a post game and talk about the games throughout the day and what to expect for tomorrow. You're watching here on the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming 2024 Single A State Tournament here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
At Y-Hi, we are with you is more than just 3 simple words. It encompasses the principles we live by to serve our members and local communities. So if you're looking to keep your banking relationships local with a partner who will always be there for you, look to us. We're Y-Hi. We're Wyoming. We're with you. Visit yhi.org to learn how you can be a part of something bigger today.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location, or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
I buckle up because I think about my family and how important it is to know that I'm going to be coming back home to them safely.
My reason for buckling up is that I value safety in my life, and I want to make sure I'm there for years to come for my children.
My reason for buckling up is to get home to my dog.
I buckle up because my wife thinks it's a safe thing to do, and I have two beautiful little boys to go home to every night, and I just think it's too important not to get thrown out of a vehicle if you have a rollover accident.
I think about my dad when I buckle up. He lost his best friend from not wearing a seatbelt, so I always make sure to wear my seatbelt so he doesn't lose another best friend.
Powell victorious in the final game of day one, 10-4 over Gillette. Cody Beers to my left, I'm Jace Andrews. We'll round out not only this game, but the day for you here at the 2024 Single A State Tournament. And Cody, let's just start with this game. 10-4, Cade Queen comes in to shut the door. You started out with Aiden Greenwald, who really struggled and ended up having to go with Jordan Laura. So obviously kind of maybe not the initial game plan that you really wanted from Powell, but the job was done one way or another with the victory.
Laura with the win goes 4 1/3, gives up 3 hits, no runs, walks 2 and strikes out 2. But it was the center of this Powell lineup, Jace, that was huge. Cade Queen, Trace Anderson, Jet Schwann, 8 runs scored. Queen goes 2 for 4. Stennerson goes 3 for 4. Schwann goes 2 for 3, and then you go down the lineup. Cole Foskey 3 for 4 in the ballgame. Outstanding hitting when it counted, and Powell overcomes 4 errors and holds on and wins this game.
Okay, well, let's kind of go through the rest of the day here and kind of talk about what happened throughout here. Game 1 of the day seems like forever ago. That's because it was. Cody won 9-1 over Sheridan in that one. Lovell took down Torrington 13-3. Evanston was defeated by Casper 13-3 in a run rule. And obviously this game, Powell victorious over Gillette 10-4. Which means as we go into day 2, eliminations will start. Those will be the first 2 games of the day. It'll be win or go home for Evanston versus Sheraton. That's game number 5. It'll be at 10 a.m. and our own Elin Olive will have the call for that one. And then at 1 p.m., Game 6, it'll be this Gillette team trying to keep their seasons alive, facing against Torrington, who, I mean, got to be honest, they're a pretty solid team, so Gillette's got to be ready for that.
Oh, yeah.
Then the 2 undefeated games to round out the day, it'll be Casper taking on Cody at 4 p.m., and then Powell taking on Lovell in Game 8 at 7 o'clock. Those 2 games, as 1-0 guys looking to go to the 2-0 game, and really would be a big chance to set yourself up for a very easy run to at least the championship game on Wednesday, and maybe even a state tournament victory and a trip to Oregon. So that's what we'll have for you tomorrow here, all on my local radio. Every single game we'll have it. We're going to have a pregame show for Evanston at 9:30 tomorrow morning. We'll be on the air, so make sure you join us for that. Evanston, Sheridan, winner go home. And from there on out, Cody, me, and Elin will all just kind of take you through the day. So we do appreciate you if you hung out with us all day or if you've hung out with us for 20 minutes. Either way, we do enjoy you listening and watching and hanging out with us for this fun 2024 Single A State Tournament. 10-4 the final score. Powell victorious over Gillette. Cody, any final thoughts before we go on day 1?
Well, it's beautiful weather up here. A lot of wind. We had to protect the cover here in the last game, but no, it was some pretty decent baseball, one-way baseball, and teams got hot. And if you can count 3 or 4 plays that work against you, it translated to losses. But hey, tomorrow's a big day as 2 teams will go home, but we'll get a really accurate view who's going to play then in the semifinal game. Chance to go to the state championship game.
Yeah, lots of high-scoring contests for one side, and I expect a little bit of closer games tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow in this American Legion Wyoming A-State Single A tournament here as Cody Beers to my left, Elin Olive on the producer today, and we do appreciate, again, every single one of you. Final score for the final time, Powell 10, Gillette 4. I'm Jace Andrews signing off here from Powell, saying peace out.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.